28 and 50 now.
Come on, the book of Deuteronomy.
Right? So as we just read now, the Lord has a part. He will give us blessings. Now these are the curses now that we're going to read. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. So, read it over again, Tazo.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not.
If thou wilt what?
Not.
If thou wilt not. Go ahead.
Hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Meaning, so what? So, if you don't listen to God, if you don't listen to the Most High, but you know what's going on today? We're not listening to God. Why are we not listening to God? Because we do not know who our God is.
Right.
Kamala was right. She came here with her culture and her identity. So Kamala know who her God is. But black people who was destroyed in slavery, we do not know who our God is. And this is why we are being cursed. Because no black person in Trinidad and Tobago knows who their God is. We jumping into all these religious institutions, but yet still black people still suffering. We jumping into all these religious institutions, but yet still black people filling up the prison system. You know why that happening? Because we do not know who our God is. And by we disobeying God, we're going to be ending up in the prison. It going to have black on black crime. Police going to be killing us. If you go into the bank, you won't get a loan. Black people going to start to hate each other. We go, black marriages go just fall apart. Because why? We're not listening to God. And the reason why we're not listening to God is because we do not know who our God is. Right. But Kamala knows who she God is. That is why Kamala will go out of she way to protect and to help she people. But black people ain't going to do that. You have black people in power. You have rich black people. You have black millionaires right now in Trinidad. And who they helping? You understand? Black people still suffering. You understand? I just always remember the day I went into the labas in the Bitom day. And the way how I see my black brothers fighting just to get the rubbish that I was throwing away in the labas. Nah, man. Black people, we in hell. We are cursed. That's the way how they had to attack each other just to find something in the rubbish. Maybe to go and sell to get ends meet. Black people, we are cursed. But if we was not cursed, you see those black rich millionaires that we have in Trinidad, those black entertainers that we have, as Christ say, take your money and give it to the poor. You understand? Take your money and give it to the poor. Yeah, no sweat. You understand? And those black leaders would have took their money and helped poor people. That is what King Solomon had mostly cared about. King Solomon didn't care about money. King Solomon really wanted to care about how to help the people. How to help them, how to talk to them and guide them along the right track. And when the Lord saw that, the Lord said, here what's going on, King Solomon. He blessed him with riches and with everything. Because why King Solomon wasn't studying money? But these black millionaires that we have now just studying the self. The money and the self they're studying. The black politicians, they're studying the self and the money. Nobody cares about poor black people. Especially those in the religious institutions. They don't care about poor black people. You understand?
So like I say for me, that is the mindset. Every time it's for my blessing. And for my this and for my that. And teaching men to be individuals. And not the bigger picture. Because they ain't seeing afar off. They thinking, you know, that somebody else could do the job of creating a nation and sustaining a nation that's supposed to stand up, that's supposed to be able to multiply and take care of itself. That's why the Lord bless Solomon. The Lord know that this is a man that understands that, hey, I cannot destroy my own flesh. I cannot destroy, you understand, my own heritage. This is the soul. And on top of that, the Lord make me the best on the face of the planet. So Solomon had value for people, and he had understand that, hey, I cannot, you understand, mistreat or ill-treat or even look, you understand, at one of my brothers in this kind of way, because I understand the bigger picture. the Lord say, yes, there is a man I could put more power, you understand, more authority, more money in, because I know exactly where you go do it. He's a man after my own heart, just like your father. Just like your father do well, you understand, the same thing with Solomon. And that is the characteristic that you're supposed to look for when you're looking for leadership. But again, in an evil society, that is exactly what will happen. These men and them will get the opportunity to run this place to the ground. You follow, that is why kings could be inside the beatum and they're like, they ain't smelling. It's smelling real stink in the labas. Yeah. And they, you understand, and what you call it, in Arima side. Different labas and them you go to, you understand? Whether men who selling scrap, men who doing this, you understand? Men who pulling a little dust, so if they hustling. At least they ain't thieving, you know what I mean? And sometimes there's harder thief. Because the leaders of them today, you understand, they don't see that are destroying my own people and them. They feel that everybody's everybody. Yeah, but when a Chinese man sit down with a Chinese woman, is a Chinese baby they making. A Chinese woman, you understand, that end up some way with a black woman, you understand, because she don't see, because she maybe she father had the same, you understand, stupid mind that he have. Excuse my language, Ole, because Ole understand how poisonous this is. To weaken the race, you understand, and give his daughter to somebody just for money. You sell that woman. You sell your daughter, you understand, you sell she short too because the Lord didn't make she so. Instead of you understand, taking your team of men, wherever it is, and come together, because millionaires, they don't happen just so. Yeah. Instead, you're taking your people and them and building up to where they have a mind, to where you can raise children, raise the ghetto up. You same people and them and multiply them to be better. You understand? You didn't do that. You went for the short, the way you call the shortcut. And sell your daughter as a whore. Yeah,
and Slack, now, if I may, now, I love my people. I love black people. But you also have to acknowledge Kamla Persad Bisesa. She is a true leader. Kamla is a true leader. You know why? Because she loves her people. Kamla will go out of her way for the East Indian community. And I applaud Kamla Persad Bisesa for that. I applaud her. But which black leader does it have in Trinidad that will go out of their way to help the black people?
Right.
You ain't seeing it. It have no black leader in Trinidad right now doing that. So I applaud Kamla Persad Bisesa. Or you could call her racist or whatever. Fine, she will be a racist. But guess what? A racist just means you love your people.
Right.
That is what a racist means.
Right.
You love your people and you prefer your people over another people. Guess what? That is how the Lord is. The Lord says he preferred the Israelites over any other race.
That's right.
The Lord says that he preferred the Israelites. He would punish us alone. That is why when you see the East Indians and them doing crime, they won't fill up the prison system.
Right.
Because the Lord of the Bible is not for the East Indians.
Right.
The Lord of the Bible is for black and Hispanic people.
Right.
That is why when we smoke weed, we just end up in insane times because we're getting schizophrenia or we're getting bipolar. You understand? Because weed is something that you're not supposed to smoke.
That's right.
You're not supposed to smoke at all.
That's
it's a sin. And because we're smoking now, the Lord is going to curse us, which is a punishment, and we end up getting bipolar or schizophrenia. And we gotta end up in St. Anne's Hospital now. You understand? But when the East Indians do it now, you don't see them filling up the prison, you don't see them filling up the hospitals like that. But we being cursed because God says he prefers black people. So Kamla Persad Bisesa, if you're hearing me, I applaud you because you love your people, Kamla. Where's our leaders to go out of the way? Where's our black leaders to say, all right, I'm in office now. Every black person getting a lot of land. Come and all get a lot of land. Every black person. Where's that? You ain't seeing it no way. Everybody just minding their business. Watch me. That song is such an evil song, eh? Drink water and mind my business. People know that song is such an evil song. So hear how that song making us sin even more. If I see a drug dealer in my community, I either drink water and mind my business and pass the drug dealer street. When the drug dealer selling drugs to my brother, and my brother who taking the drugs from the drug dealer go end up on the streets. You understand? Then if I see my neighbor, a woman, horning she husband with another man I had to drink water and mind my business. What will happen then? She will always continue to horn she husband.
Right.
But if I was minding she business and she husband business, I would have go and tell she stop horning your husband because God is going to punish you. And I would have tell she husband too that your wife horning you.
Right.
You understand? And if I see the drug dealer in my community, I would have mind his business and mind the people business who is selling drugs to and educated them and tell them no, you can't be taking drugs from the drug dealer. And I would have go to the drug dealer and tell the drug dealer, stop selling drugs in the black community. Because by you selling drugs in the black community, I mean, just watch Port of Spain. The majority of us on the streets is black people. And it's because of drugs. That is why the majority of us is on the streets there because of drugs. And the majority is black people. I hardly saw East Indians on the streets here in Port of Spain. If I see East Indian, maybe just one or two.
That's right. So like
compared to the 50 homeless people on the streets.
Is it?
Because of drugs. It's black people being cursed because we're sinning against God because we do not know who our God is. Our God is not a rock. Our God is not some wood or some white image that they're giving us saying that is Jesus Christ. That is not our God. You want to say something, Tazo?
Yeah, can. And here we're going with them East Indian and whoever it is, Chinese, if you ever see a Chinese on the street, they just be on drugs. Yeah. They just be smoking cocaine, they just be smoking crack, all kind of different things they're doing. Them carrying their children to go and have sex with men and telling them just wear rubbers or what they do, they bring back them home. They have their daughters as whores and cutting deal and this one and that and swinging and all kind of nastiness in their communities. But the organizer was saying before, God is not punishing them because he didn't give them instruction.
Right.
They do belong to his house, you understand? So they could do whatever the hell they want to do. And on top of that, they're making money off it. They have the same money to flood our communities with drugs. And here we go, and they could laugh at that. It have an East Indian man that's be on the highway. I can't exactly say what it is. But the story what he is, he just go and take his drugs, come out by the thing and ask for more money to go and take drugs. But he going home in the evening to a hot meal. And they know he's a piper.
Yeah.
But he going back home. But what we going to do, brothers and ancestors, the brothers and sisters getting raped on the side of the road. Like down there in all kind of manner felt. Run, sun, beating them, you understand? Like a piece of mat somewhere. Like some kind of discarded piece of rubbish. Rain coming and beating them and all kind of different things that they're facing outside there. And these people living lavish off of our destruction. That is the main point you have to look at. They live in real lavish off of we destruction. That is what we have to see, that we ain't one. All our we ain't one. It ain't no Kalalu. It ain't no Jahaji Bai. Because look at their condition compared to us. Right. And the same drugs passing through the communities.
Right.
Oh.
Give me the same thing 28 and 16.
Come on. I in the box.
So again, this is Deuteronomy 28. When we read from verse 15, come down, that is the curses. We are cursed as black people because we're not following God's laws. Why we not following God's laws? Because we do not know as black people who our God is. Going across in these countries to walk around a rock and kiss a rock. That is not a God. That is a rock. But you want to go every year to these countries and where it has stampedes. People actually fly. I think what country it is? Mecca? Is Mecca? And it has stampedes. People dying just to walk around a rock and kiss it. That is not all of God as black people. Let the other races worship a rock. That is why all are being cursed. Because all don't know who all of God is. Come in the ISUPK, we will tell all who all of God is.
Right. So like so.
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, not only do they run and things like that, the men them they're supposed to be going to a holy festival is rape people inside the crowd. When they go in there, that is a fact. You can look it up.
Yeah.
That is how disgusting and filthy that religion is. Understand something that is not, God didn't give you that.
Yeah.
When you look at that Bible, you see laws, statutes, commandments, judgments, and the spirit behind it. What the Lord wants to happen out of it. He wants the people to flourish. He wants it to live. You understand? So he'll put boundaries in place and boundaries out of love so that I'm making sure that you don't walk off the cliff. Make sure you have blinders, you understand? And that is what the Lord about.
Yeah.
The Lord is that kind of man.
Yes, like look at this Jack Warner.
Right.
Jack Warner, see, he was a Hindu, eh?
Madness.
And look what going on Jack Warner. Jack Warner proud of being a Hindu. Hinduism is not your God.
Right.
Black people, Hinduism is not all your God. It's not all your culture. Leave it to the East Indians. If Hinduism was black people God, Jack Warner would have never been in the state here now, where he fighting not to get extradited. Fighting. You understand? Or Kamala himself, he said it with his own mouth, Kamala pay him in jail when the People's Partnership was in power. But we worshiping other gods when it has nothing to do with us. It has absolutely nothing to do with us. Our God is the God of the Bible. This Bible is a true history book of your records as black people.
Right.
This is your records as black people. This is a history book, not a storybook. These other institutions make the Bible a storybook. They turn the Bible into a storybook so much so that when we start to read it, we just say, now what? I don't believe this. But the Bible is a history book. It is not a storybook. And it is for you alone, black man. If you want to stop being cursed, come in the ISUPK and know who all your God is. Once all you know who all your God is, trust me, there'll be no more black on black crime. There'll be no more police killing black people. There will be no more people writing songs saying, drink water and mind your business. You understand? Because people go write songs saying to mind your business. That is what people going to be doing now. They're going to write songs saying to mind each other business.
So like yes, sir.
Because the only way to fix a community is to mind everybody business in the community.
So like yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
And you know, we have a talk, you understand, the two things. And in the status, I'm going to say good looking out. And then, you understand, you have a talk down here called, talk about a village, you understand? You take a village to raise a child. You look out for people in the right way. There's a right way to do something and there's a wrong way to do it. The Lord wants you, understand, to be on top of your game. Be on top of people, you understand? Yeah, your people and them, look out for your people and them. Beyond that. You're talking about go inside your bedroom and look and see, you understand? What the two all here as a married couple doing. That ain't what you're talking about. But they don't get twisted, you understand? I know we on here. Don't get kicks in it. That you'll get real licks for inside of here. Trust me. We not on that, you understand? And anybody that violate and do that, Dan, you understand? Real licks again. Trust me. We not playing that. Inside of here, Dan, is a serious military, Dan. We not for that.
Yeah.
When you clean up your communities and them, you have no drug dealers coming around here, dog. You have no slackness inside there. No schism, no. You can change that, you be real bad. Trust me.
Yeah.
You understand? It's a real extra. Because the Lord not on that. He will make people a public example. If you're playing that, you're foolish. You understand? That's what it is. So understand, we're going inside here. We will mind your business to the utmost part, to the rightest part, and put you in the right track. That's what the Lord wants for you.
Yeah.
You see, you're going with the Lord? You say you're going. That's how he is. Understand something? You want to go and do something behind closed doors, and he'll make you, understand, get, we call it, punished in the open, because I never send you there. He not coming down there, understand, people you do and say, I not tell you about this. No. He didn't get instruction idea, and he telling you how go on. You operate so, and if you don't do it, later on, you'll feel the consequences of your action. Don't feel you go play bright and go behind somewhere and do some kind of shoppiness. That's what we're not on here. You're getting back your culture, which is uprightness, you understand? Which learning how to battle, learn how to war. Life is a war. Life is about war, you understand? You have to war to make bright decisions. That's what it is. War your spirit that teaching us that filth, because you was under the oppressors and them is a filthy, disgusting people. You know, we talk about in Mecca, they go and raping people.
Yeah.
That religion famous all over the place. I show in Trinidad here too. Because you hear rumors about certain men who is numbers and all that, who under certain religious organization, them fellas them raping children and all kind of madness. You always saying it when you come in the jail for. And they hear, well, a man talk about he lying over some murder or some kind of thing, and then you end up in the jail because you come on a rape scene. We learn that. Some religious leader you under, you understand, tell you what that is to do. You understand? And as soon as you're seeing the period and them kind of thing, you got going to interfere them, you're mad. But you may not tap you up inside of there. If you ain't get stabbed up, you understand the way kicks? Because men know that is not to do. And everybody inside is criminal. No, not everybody inside is criminal. They see the circumstances that the leaders and them have you under. That is what's going on. That is how you end up turning a criminal. You're not following your God. You don't know who your God is, as the brothers now bringing out before they. If you know your God, you don't know what you're going. I don't have to do this, you understand, to live and to survive and to thrive and to take care of each other. I don't have to do this. It have plenty other ways, many different ways. That all kind of thing we need. And on a daily basis, like with that water behind your pain, let's make all them different things. You need that. Yeah. But you're going to these institutions and organizations and your political leaders and them, they're not investing in things to make sure that you could run there. They're shutting down all their trade school, shutting down this, shutting down that, and outsourcing all the contract and them to everybody else. They're making sure you don't have opportunity to see the right way to operate. And don't have to do that. Which, look, Chinese people just come down here and go on all kind of different work and all that. You don't see them going through that strenuous labor they're doing. They have machinery, all kind of different things to make the work lighter. and they're making money. Sometimes they're making less money because somebody over them again is some filthy, disgusting bastard and robbing them too. But I know we're concerned. We have to see, you understand, that them leaders, them not about your solutions. They don't care for you. You understand? So you have to come under command and generally and the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and formulate and bring your talents here. You understand? So the Lord now can manifest and direct, you know, and help you to build up this on that side and mind your business and mind the people's business the right way. Yeah. You understand? As you study, as the scripture says, study to be quiet and do your own business and handle your own affairs. You understand? And be part of a unit, you understand? So you can build that up and be productive. That way, you understand? They have no drugs. Nobody has time for drugs. Nobody has time to be hoes. Nobody has time for that because this is what it is. This is the principle that's set up here and this is how we operate. I have nothing else. We want to hear about nothing else. You understand? That will go on there. That's why you just give away that thing. No, you can give back all the Chinese, them all their drugs. No, I don't want that thing. You understand? Whoever feel they can bring the poison inside the communities, dog, we'll block you off. We'll lock you off simple. Go on. Let the East Indian them, let whoever it is, you understand, the other races. Because I know we don't have the power to bring it in. So whoever bring it in, we ain't call no names. We don't know. Let's say we don't know. So let all who have the power to go and pass drugs in the communities and pass drugs through the ports and all that, let them go and fight up to sell it to each other. Right? Let them sort out their business. Let we mind we own business, yeah? Black people, because nobody mind business for we. Yeah?
And Saka, as the scriptures say, drink no longer water, but a little wine. You understand? Well, as the song goes, drink water and mind the business. Well, I go into what the scriptures say, drink no more water but wine.
Right.
Let me start to drink wine and mind each other business.
That's right.
Because if I was not minding the neighbor business and I see the woman horning she husband, she will continue to horn she husband.
That's right.
But if I was minding my neighbor business, drinking wine and minding my neighbor business, and I tell she should stop do what she doing,
right,
she will stop horning she husband do.
That's right.
You know why? Because she go say, you know what? Eventually my husband go find out her horning him. Let me stop. She go check herself. She go care go in another community and horn she husband because she go realize now, anywhere she go, the neighbors minding she business and she husband business.
Right.
And she go stop horn she husband.
Right.
Same thing for a drug dealer. If a drug dealer go in any community and he realize the community telling him to stop sell drugs, he go have no choice but to stop selling drugs.
Is it correct?
So all they need to mind each other business. But drink water and mind your own business. What kind of song is that? People just look up to them as leaders, and that is the kind of music all going to be singing.
Right.
Drink water and mind their business. That song making people sin more.
And also because don't feel, you understand, all they get one thing here, or they're going to run with that and play bright. Come under command and journey and learn how to do these things. And this is not no thing, because you listening to all this stupid, disgusting, you understand, uneducated, so-called bright leaders and them in these communities, and they're not helping you. So learn how to do things the right way. Come and sit down in that tutelage. Come and sit down in class. Come and watch wherever we is. You understand? At camp. Follow along and mix with the brothers and them who understand exactly what to do. And it have men above we, understand, for all matter council. It have different sections that have men, understand, specified to that. The man make sure command and Juliana know that he not playing with the Lord people and the Lord work. He put things in place to make sure that you have proper leaders for things to go on right. It has no mistake in here. Nobody doesn't make no mistake. We not play with people's life, but they're so neither here. Understand that are real. The Lord going to beat you real bad, and if you get a chance and we end up catching you, we beat you very bad. Trust me. It has no molester coming inside of here. I show you that. If you was a child molester and come inside of here, don't make me, understand? Find you wrong no chair and playing mad dad. We beat you very bad. It has no drugs coming in the school, you understand? It has no guns coming in the school. It has no knife coming in the school. You're not giving you no opportunity to trip off. If you're bipolar, we go learn later, you understand? But you're not getting no opportunity to come and do nothing to nobody inside of here. You understand? So come with your demons, come with all the demons. There's a whole of the cases come inside of here and get clean up. You understand? Connect, you understand? And find the right people to help you through your situation, people who qualify and understand exactly what to do. And share the thing, share it with the people and them, let them understand it have a place. You understand? Let them put the time. It go take time because we were at the bottom. But you put some good time into this work that we have to do. You understand? Let me be about the business and take care of things for real. You understand? That's what we need to do. So share it with the people, you know, you care about the people, share it with them. Share it with the bad man in the block too. You don't know. He might say, why, this little 10,000 or 20,000 US, some of you making, selling drugs, they say, worth it by. I watching my family get destroyed and inside, I feel a cold, I feel my heart real cold, but inside, by, nah, Jigaji, nah. It have a different way to do this, by, you for real? I could still bling, I could still wear my jewels over the cases done. I don't have to do this. Nah, boy, that have more than enough, boy. The Lord China let me know, boy, hey, Solomon Kingdom, Solomon blinging. All the servants and them blinging too. You telling me it really high enough, boy? But these people lying and saying, boy, do high enough, boy? And to tighten my belt and all that, boy, I'm money to give left, right, and center, boy. Look at going in the States. They have no money to give black people in the communities. Look at Flint water. They ain't get no water for how long? You understand? But you have billions of dollars to give Ukrainians. About 800,000 of them, 400,000, so much, and real money, about 44 billion or some kind of thing they get. So they have money. Don't feel they don't have money, they have money. You understand? But what we have to do is learn to really understand.
Graduation on Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
Shalom, sis, go ahead. Hold on. Call back. You get up by mistake. Call back, sister.
Yeah, so watch me. I applaud Kamala Prasad, sir. I applaud her. I'm glad Kamala love her people.
Right.
It's time we as black people start to love our people now.
Right.
We have to love our people too.
That's right.
It don't matter what Kamala do to help she people. We have to go out of our way to help our people too.
That's right.
And stop studying yourself to fatten your own pocket.
That's right.
You want to fatten your own pocket, but your brother hungry? Yeah? Yeah, Kamala will be fattening she pocket, but she helping she community.
That's right.
Same thing with the one who did Satmaraj. I applaud Satmaraj. Satmaraj love his people. It is time that we as black leaders love our people too. You understand? Whoever just call you, call back in. Right? Whoever call you, just call you.
Yeah, people call and represent your city now, man. Call and big up your area. Right now, see lots of them hurting. You understand? Beat them hurting. Nelson said, all you ghetto, them supposed to feel it. Every ghetto, yes, wherever sure. Black people is, you understand? We're supposed to feel it for you, brothers. And we're getting gone down out there. Sure, you understand? We're getting wrapped up in the shoppiness. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, we're hearing you. Go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Oh gosh, this the line is kind of a anyways. Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Okay. I like to listen to you, all your perspective on things, you know. But when you are a leader, we have to take into consideration this is not biblical times we are living in. This is a different era. And when you are a leader of a country and of a people, you are a leader for everybody. So how can I justify that Kamala loves her people and she don't love me, so she could continue insulting? I mean, this is supposed to be an educated woman who knows of history and all of that. She's supposed to be educated. You want to tell me you couldn't be less being so insensitive to somebody who have had a history? And if you take my history further back, you would get on your knees before me because you know who I am. Take my history further back than slavery. Take my history before slavery.
If you may, sis, as you were saying, right, they're important because here going, they're supposed to show the
and you would know who I am.
They're supposed to show the true colors, right? But allow them to speak this, right? Give me 1 minute.
Yes, sis, you hear me, right?
I am not hearing so good, you know.
You're not hearing so good.
Try it again, sir. Go ahead.
All right, you hear me now?
Try it again. Go ahead and talk, sir. If she might catch up with it later.
Okay, well, two things, caller. The first thing first, this era is an evil era. This is not our world. This is how they say the
society. We
the princes walking on the ground,
right?
And how is
and the servants are riding horse.
The servants and them riding the horse when the princes walk in the ground. This era upside and down because we're not in the biblical times or we're not following the biblical times. God's laws never change.
Right.
It is today's society, as you just said, today's era is what changed God's laws. That is why everything's so upside and down. Where we as black people are supposed to be on top, but really and truly we are at the bottom because we're not following God's laws. It have a leader today, yes, and that leader is supposed to love everybody. We could say yes in this era, but in biblical times it was not like that. In biblical times, you have to care for your people.
That's right.
Just like how the Lord cares about the Israelites alone.
That's right.
Give me the scripture.
Right. So like if I may add it, why do you find the scripture, right? If I may add to that too, but the Lord loved them. The Lord loved everything that he created. You understand? But he loved these people more. You understand? He loved in fact, he loved the Israelites alone, but he gave them charge over the people not to abuse them. Because we don't abuse people. He didn't say to go and do evil to this nation in terms of doing them wickedness. Right? But if they get out of line, yes, they need a cocktail, something, whatever it is. That is why he could send them to war, because you know what they're doing there is a certain madness. That's why he could send the Israelites and them who you say the other people them we supposed to love. Right? And he could say, hey, these people across there, I don't want you to spare cattle, don't spare sheep, don't spare child, don't spare man, woman, child, nothing. Go and wipe them out, you understand? Because there is a plague on the face of the earth. You is who I love. I give all of this charge. Use the nation, use the last people to formulate. Use the last race then to come on the face of the planet. And you who I love, I give all of this responsibility and this charge over all the race and them on the planet. You tell you. Make sure when you go across there, cut down the groves, don't make no thing with them. You know why? Because they're not on righteousness. They're not on nothing good. I know what's good for the place. So I say, you who I put in charge, I want you to make this place in good order. Put it in good shape. Don't let them run and walk inside there and do nothing what they feel they want to do. You understand? That's what the Lord say out of He wisdom. Understand something He created? And of course, on top of that, in the scriptures it's showing you in Deuteronomy, where He gave them the portion, He gave them the lands. Go across them, don't do no wickedness in the land, you follow? But the Israelites is who you understand, servant who you under.
Yeah, it's Amos 3 and 1. Start from the Amos 3 and 1. So we're going to show now that the Lord only prefers black people. The Lord don't prefer no other race. So Kamla, I applaud Kamla for loving her people. You understand? I applaud her. Yeah, she might go out on it a little bit harsh, but she love her people. I applaud Satmaraj. Satmaraj love his people. Well, oh God, well, what's yet for the 1%? I applaud the 1% because the 1% love their people. Where's our black leaders that love us? Where's them? They have all the millions of dollars. But black people still suffering. You understand?
And the thing is, the same black leaders that have money right now, they're not doing nothing wicked to the other people. Why it is that when they have money, they have to do some wicked to we, and we can't see that. We just bending over and let people work willingly. And you tell them love everybody, they don't love you. You don't understand that they're showing their true colors. Let them show their true colors. That's what they're supposed to see, so you go understand that you're not supposed to trust these people and them. That's what the Lord make you separate. He tell you holy, which means separate from everybody else. And put you above your standards, your morals, you understand everything above everybody else. Let that soak in your brain and start to utilize that and come together with the people and stop hating your people. The Lord said, hey, to be a part of. He put you together with them, not on no island nowhere, and to tell you, he never tell you to love them. To give instruction concerning you. And that's what we're showing you here. You read scripture,
Amos 3 and 1.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Go ahead. So the Lord is talking to us, the Israelites. When you read Genesis the 49th chapter and Deuteronomy the 33rd chapter, it's talking about the Israelites and where they would befall. The one in Genesis is the more carnal part, or where the Israelites would be. And Deuteronomy the 23rd and the 33rd is the blessings of the Israelites, the different tribes, the blessings, right? So, go ahead. So this here, Amos chapter 3 and verse 1, we're talking about the Israelites. Go ahead and continue.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
The whole family that the Lord brought up from out of the land of Egypt. Who was in the land of Egypt that the Lord took out? The Israelites.
Right.
So the Lord is talking about the Israelites. Go ahead.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So the Lord is saying, out of all the families of the earth, meaning what? The Lord already separated all the races.
Right.
The Lord separated every single race. He separated the Chinese, the East Indians, the white man, the Africans, the Arabs. The Lord separated every race and he called them a family. And the Lord said, out of all the families of the earth, only you, the Israelites, have I known. Go ahead.
All the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Therefore, the Lord will punish us alone for our iniquities. So when you see a East Indian smoking weed, and right next to the East Indian smoking weed, you go see a black man smoking weed. When the police officer come to lock them up, he will need to take the black man alone. You know why? Because it's a curse that the Lord put on us. Because we smoking weed. The Lord said smoking weed is a sin. Smoking anything at all is a sin. When the police come to lock up the East Indian or the black man, he go throw the black man in jail. Because we cursed. We being punished from the God. It is a punishment. That is why when they find marijuana, I think it's in Kamla house, they couldn't lock up Kamla. They could not have locked up Kamla when they find marijuana in she house. I don't care whatever excuse or whatever law she put in place, and they say was so much of people there so they couldn't. All that garbage. You understand? If it was a black man though, they would not have found a loophole. They would have never find a loophole if it was a black man. If it was somebody in Silas or John, they would have thrown them in jail. But because it's a East Indian, they find a loophole and they let you go free. Because we been punished from God. Because the Bible was only made for black people. So all get in the ISUPK, learn all the laws, so we could come out of this hell that we living in. Go ahead, Uncle. Go.
There's a time when I will be them very bad. And you see coronavirus, that's an example of how you be very bad. And kill out 400,000 people in a day and them kind of thing. That's how the laws operate. They feel it real bad and they feel it right. You understand? That's how the Lord is doing. So other reason people have their punishment right now. We trying to get back in line. Let's take a good father. He give me some cut tail in the backside. That's what we're punishing right now. So you can get back in line. Come back in your house and behave yourself.
Yeah, and give me next one in Deuteronomy 20:16, right? Okay, for sure. 20:16? Yeah, and to Ansley Ash, right? You're making this thing sound political, right? Not this Prime Minister Rowley. Rowley don't love his own kind. It's not just about Rowley, it's about our leaders. Our black leaders don't care about their own. You understand? You have black leaders in the ghetto too that have money. You understand? You might have one rich black leader in the ghetto. They don't care about their own people. It's not just Rowley alone. It's your black leaders that don't care about black people. You understand? It have rich black people all over. But why is it black people still suffering? And there's millionaires of black people. Black people lose millionaires. Multi-millionaires. And black people still suffering. It is because it doesn't matter if you're rich or you're poor. Once you're black, you are cursed from the God. You could be a rich millionaire that is a black man or a black woman. You are cursed from God. You could be poor. Once you're black, you are cursed from God. You know why? Because we're not listening to him. If God said don't eat pork, we still eating pork. If God said don't eat maniku, a lot of we like to run down maniku and eat it. God said don't eat maniku, we still eating maniku. Look how easy it is just to listen to God's laws. Look how easy it is. God said don't eat shark. We still running in Marcus Bay to eat bacon and shark. And God said don't eat shark. Look how easy and simple it is just to listen to God's laws. But it's so hard for we not to eat shark. I remember this sister, I tell she, God said don't eat shrimp. She said, nah, I love shrimp, but I still eat it. She loves shrimp so much, she will still eat it. It's so easy to just listen to God. But because we do not know who our God is, and because the people who teaching us the Bible turned it into a storybook, we feel the Bible is a fake book. We feel it is a storybook. But the Bible is not a storybook. It is not fake. It is your history book. And the reason why you cursed as a black man, the reason why there's so much of black on black crime is because they're not listening to the laws of the Bible. Because these religious institutions turned it into a storybook.
Yeah, go ahead. Because you know it's real important about something too. You know today, if you say embarrassing and just like, you know, if you come outside and you're just dirty, they embarrass you, and say, go back inside and clean and wash yourself. If you used to come outside and every time you're just half naked, you understand, that used to embarrass you the same way, you know you ain't coming outside and doing that. Your leaders is who leading you astray, right? That's what the Lord say. Them that lead you cause thee to err, which means the error. You understand? Because they're not lifting up their voice and letting you know this is not to do, that is not to do. They follow them people who are responsible for the way they get to it today. I don't care what nobody say. You understand? The reason why drugs and things popular and all this madness going on popular, and people could do what they want them, other races and them, is because the leaders of them today saying that this cool, that's good to do. That's right to do. I'm talking about God's laws done away.
Give me 16.
Disgusting bastards. Yeah. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the city and in the field. We are cursed. Remember, this book was only written for black people.
Right.
So, no. In other words, what the scripture is saying here is no matter where we choose to live as a black race, as black people, you understand, we would live in the worst conditions, and we would always be oppressed. No matter where you go, you as a black man, you walk into the bank and you're asking the bank for a $500,000 loan. They go say, no, you can't get that. You have to get collateral. You have to get this. You have to get that. They would find some way to turn you down. Even though you come to them with an idea, you know, and when you get the money, you go open up some building and you go make back the money. Them don't want to hear that because he's a black man. But if he was an East Indian, and he was a poor East Indian, they would have given you the loan. You understand? Because you're not black, he's an East Indian. You understand? And no matter where we go, that's what the scripture just said. Curse, we go be in the city, and curse, we go be in the field. Everywhere we go be in a bad condition. We go be living in a bad condition, and we go be oppressed. We go always hate each other. We go always mind we own business. See a 2-year-old child walking down the streets, and because that child don't belong to me, I don't give a damn about the 2-year-old child, and I go leave the 2-year-old child to walk down the streets, to walk in a big beach and drunk and dead. You understand? We go always be cursed and oppressed no matter where we go, no matter where we live, because we're not listening to God, we're not following His laws. You understand? We live in the cities, the ghettos. It will be the same. You understand? And the projects in the States, other rundown areas here in Trinidad, it will always be the same. Police go be harassing we every day. It will always be black on black crime. Black people go hate each other. Black marriages go fall apart. Curse go be in the city and curse go be in the field. You understand? Before, when we used to go and my plant a crop, you know, plant a farm. The farm, let me say it's corn. The corn used to grow up good. But now because we curse, we planting the corn ain't growing. Or if the corn grow, some storm or hurricane will come and flood out the corn field. So we're going to be cursed as black people anywhere we go, because we're not listening to the laws of the Bible. Kamlan them not cursed. The 1% not cursed. And the 1% could go into any religion, eh? And they still won't be cursed. You know why? Because at the end of the day, let me say the 1% go in the East Indian community. The 1% go still know who their God is at the end of the day. And they go still know that their God told them to love their people. Same goes with the East Indian community. East Indian could go and be a Muslim. East Indian go know at the end of the day they have to love the East Indian community. And that is why I applaud Sabga. That's why they make it so far, because they love their people. I applaud Kamla Prasad Sushila Bisesa, because she loves her people. But where's black people that love each other? Where is it? It is not there, because we do not know who our God is. I've given all of the solution, you know, how to solve the curses, you know. I've given all of the solution, all of go and spread the word. The only way to solve all of this punishment from God, all of these curses, is to get in the ISUPK, find out who all of God is, and all of that good stuff. You know, when you read the Bible The Bible actually tell her how to have brotherhood. The Bible tell her, well, here what the Bible say. If you have a issue with your brother, you have to go and talk to him. You can't go and tell the neighbor or tell the whole community what the man do to you. You have to go to your brother first and tell him, hey, here what's going on. The other day I find a watchman woman a little bit too hard. Don't do that now. Talk to your brother first and resolve all the issues. Don't go and tell the whole damn community for the whole damn community to be telling you something that might not even be true. You understand? Or for because everybody go have a different opinion and they go just confuse you. And then you might doing something wrong now. You might end up wanting to go and fight your brother, beat him up, worst case scenario, kill him. The Bible says if you have an issue with your brother, go and talk to him one-on-one. If he does not listen to you, then you're going to take it, you always say you bring in one person in, right? Another elder. And then you go and you talk to him. If he still don't listen, you understand? It's a ways that the Bible says that to deal, to have brotherhood and sisterhood. But when you go in these religious institutions, they ain't going to tell you that. You understand? Yeah, go ahead.
And we have a very real system inside here. We have a court inside here.
Mm-hmm.
It's called counsel, you understand? Now, if the matter, you understand, can be resolved between two brothers, as the scripture says in Matthew 18, and you can't win over your brother, and you can have a civil conversation and be very cordial and respectful about it and mindful of your brother with it. Then you'll end up in a council, you understand? Then the Lord now will bring out exactly what when somebody be fined, kick out the school, you understand? The Lord will kill you too. What do you think so? According to how grievous, you understand, the offense is, pray not to be on the wrong side of the Lord, because you're going, if you feel it, don't have a God, you'll get a shock of your life. You might send your man to, you might carry you down a very long, you know, it's a long road from Magagot. When the Lord started dealing with your son, that really machine your skull. The boy, Lord, be with you. We are not going to feel sorry for you, only do not start with this. So anybody, understand, that come out from whichever, I tell you, I will say, come in here. Come in here because we don't know. It's either the Lord will save you, understand, or we'll give you back over to Satan. Simple. Satan is a very diligent soldier of the Lord. He looks very good for God. So you're going, if you know that the path you want to take, come in here, you understand, and don't worry. You understand? It's either one or two ways, because if the Lord wants things that here, just may come in here. If the Lord doesn't want you in here, you understand, God will you outside. It doesn't mean, you understand, that the Lord mightn't have a little mercy on you. But the way to guarantee that's going to happen is to make sure you work on yourself. You can't wait till the last second and feel they want to jump in here. If you know, you understand what to do, you know the right thing to do, you have to do.
Yeah.
Immediately. Not tomorrow. You understand? Start working at one time. I hope the Lord do it, and I hope you just start it in here one time.
Yes.
Take your time to make up your bed, to put your nails on, to do whatever it is, to go wherever it is. When it comes to the Lord, if it's the Lord says to do, the instruction he gave you, don't take no time with that. Deal with that one time.
Yeah, so again, my heart goes out to those 3 children that died over the weekend. My heart goes out to them. You know, my heart goes out to the woman that died in the Bitum 2 years ago. We then had the protests. My heart goes out to them. But if we want to stop it, if we want to put a stop to it, all have to come in the ISUPK and let we tell all who all God is. All God is not Horus and Cyrus, or Mother Lakshmi and Shiva, or a white Jesus, or a rock in Mecca. That is not all God, or Buddha. Those things is not all God. All get in the ISUPK and let we stop these curses. Let we stop it. Let we put an end to it. You understand? The Lord don't just judge one people, the Lord does judge a nation. So even though I doing the right thing, you understand, or we in the school doing the right thing, the nation will still be cursed because the nation is sinning. And why the nation sinning? Because we do not know who our God is. Get in the ISUPK. You understand? The school's number, the ISUPK to call is 290-5173. Again, the number to call is 290-5173. You understand? Get in the ISUPK, know who our God is. You understand? You have a strong leader in this school, Commandant General Yahana. Since 1969, boy, we have been in this truth. You understand? Then Commandant General Yahana, he took it over and he held down the truth. Up to this day, he is teaching blacks and Hispanic the truth about the Bible. And when we come in this school, we change we ways. If you come to school and you was a child molester, you stop molesting children because you learn the scripture says stop molest. You was a drug dealer, you stop selling drugs because you learn to stop being a drug dealer. You're getting the ISGPK. You understand? Again, the number to call is 290-5173.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.